Well, all good things must come to an end as we welcome in Matt Melzak from the Toledo Mud Hens. Matt, thank you for coming in tonight.
Always a pleasure, Mark. Looking forward to it.
Hens have played such good baseball all of August and carried over into September. But then this past week in Indianapolis, first time since late July, they did not win the series.
Yeah, and you know what? You had won 5 straight series for the Toledo Mud Hens. They've been on quite a tear. They've been on a roll. A lot of things have gone right for them. But there always is a team, and this year it's Indianapolis, that you just struggle against. The matchup just isn't right no matter what. I mean, Indianapolis hasn't been a great team all year. Yet, for some reason, the Mud Hens can't seem to figure them out. And, you know, we see it every year. I mean, you could think back, I mean, even last year, you saw Nashville was a great team last year. Mud Hens beat them. But, you know, I mean, it's just, you never know. Every year is so different. There always seems to be a matchup that you struggle against. And you know what? Iowa's a great team. Toledo dominated them. You just can't figure things out sometimes. I mean, sometimes it's just the right mix at the right time when you're going against teams.
One guy who figured it out, at least for one game, Nick Maton, hit for this cycle this week.
He did, and you know, it doesn't matter the level. I know he's probably disappointed he's not up at the big league level right now and did that cycle at the big league level, but to do it at any level is an amazing feat in its own right. And the fact that he did it with time to spare in that game is pretty impressive. But you know what? When he's been here, his bat has certainly played up very well. He's hit very well in a Toledo Mud Hens uniform, and that's the key. You come down, you hit well, you continue to work on the things that'll make you a better player when you get back to the major league level, as we know Nick Maton will.
We talk awful lot about hitting. Let's talk about pitching. Sawyer Gibson-Long gets the call-up, pitched well for the Tigers, and we've seen, obviously, with the nature of the pitching staffs and injuries, guys go up and down all the time, but Sawyer Gibson-Long's been very good for the Hens all season long, and now he gets his chance at the big stage.
Yeah, ironically, his last appearance came out of the pen, and he didn't do all that great, but yet he did very well in his starting role, and that's the reason why the Tigers took him and put him in that role. He's been very good. You know, he's a guy, kind of an under-the-radar guy. I mean, they brought him over last year, and he just kind of, you know, making his way up slowly but surely. But we saw him a couple of starts back when he went 6 innings, struck out 12, and allowed 1 hit. I mean, he was dominant on a Friday night start a few weeks ago. Right at the start of high school football, actually, is when he had that start. So, I mean, he can do it, so I wasn't surprised that he had a solid outing yesterday.
Hens back at home this week, final homestand of the season with the Clippers in town, and it's going to be some fun days and nights at the ballpark. You got some afternoon games.
You know what? It is different, Mark, because we've been so used to a lot of night games, and we've had just, 2 4 o'clock games since the beginning of August, so it's going to be nice to see, you know, a 6:35 tomorrow. You know, Wednesday, the noon start, so you get the noonday game. We'll see how that works out. So, hey, you know what? You don't need to work in the afternoon. You come down and watch baseball. Who doesn't? 6:35 again on Thursday, then 7 o'clock Friday, because we always do that. 5 o'clock Saturday, which is kind of neat. I haven't gotten a chance to do any because we were doing hockey at the beginning of the year when we had the 5 o'clock games, and then 2 o'clock Sunday to wrap up the home portion. Team finishes up, though, next week in St. Paul.
All right, thank you very much, Matt Melzak from the Toledo Mud Hens. Of course, you can see all those Mud Hens home games right here on BCSN. Thanks,
Yeah,
man.
That's right. Head to mudhens.com. Get your tickets. Come on down.